YouTube, what's going on, world? Y'all can see we back. More videos for all of my bulldog lovers. All right. Excuse my absence, you guys. I've been going through a lot, but for the better though. For the better. All right. It's cool if you go through things, but when you're going through things for the better, it is easier with the weather. All right. We'll keep it like that. In this video, I want to talk about owning too many bulldogs in particular, knowing when to downsize or knowing when to even add on to your family. I was gonna say collection, but these are not cars, these are little family members. When to downsize, when to add on to your family tree. All right, before we get into this video, be sure to like this video for everybody who's been rocking with me, because I am gonna continue to make content for the bulldog lovers. All right, but I will tell y'all also be sure to subscribe if you're not subscribed to my channel, and hit the notification bell so you can get updates. But I will tell you guys what inspired me to make this video. So lately I've been really thinking about downsizing, with my bulldogs. All right, and just to give y'all a quick story, I'm fairly new to the to the Frenchie Bulldog game. I'm about a year into the Bulldog game. Indigo will be a year old in about 4 more days. So I've had a Frenchie for about a year. And when I tell you guys, am I blessed? Because my first Frenchie was a good one. And, this was my first Frenchie, Indigo. And this was my second Frenchie, Glorilla. All right. So with that being said, I've always had English Bulldogs for maybe the last 3 or 4 years. So not knowing a lot about Frenchies, but loving Frenchies, just didn't know a lot. Somebody told me in the comments that Indigo's feet is bad. A lot of times he kind of just stands kind of crazy, but nah, when he runs and he's actually standing in his correct posture, his feet aren't bad, you guys. Stay out of my comments with the negativity. All right, but the more I got into learning about the breed of bulldogs and the XLs, the old English bulldogs, the English bulldogs, the French bulldogs, I kind of started gravitating more towards the Frenchies, you guys. Started gravitating more towards French bulldogs. And by me being an English bulldog lover, my love never will fade, and it never has faded. It just, my love for English bulldogs, my love for Frenchies just grew as I started learning more about them. They suited my personality a little bit more. It's just everything about Frenchies just suits me, from just how they're small and compact to it seems like they cry less as well too. My English Bulldogs kind of cry a little bit more, but nevertheless, you guys, what made me create this video was I was thinking about downsizing, and I really want to just have Frenchies. And with English Bulldogs, I think that my journey is kind of up with this pretty young lady right here who will be a year in July. And we have that pretty Merle over there who just turned a year in February. Okay, now if I were to downsize, which ones would I let go and why would I let them go? Okay, obviously these two would automatically, it's starting to get hot too, you guys, so be careful leaving your dogs outside without water too long. Before shooting this video, we were kind of outside, but it was because they wanted to. They drunk some water, and then they wanted to come back outside. So I just said, yo, let's come back outside. But nevertheless, the two that I would have to downsize, of course, would be my only two English Bulldogs. This one and this one. And the cause, if you guys are wondering why would I want to downsize, it's simply because two important reasons. I feel like the more dogs that you have, the less love you can really ditch out. And I've been seeing this pattern lately with me and my dogs where it's like I let all four of them out. You know, they play with each other. They having fun for hours at a time. But it never can amount to just the love that they would just be able to get if there were just one or two. My dogs are barely in their cages, but I do work. And so they have to be in the cage. By me having four dogs, you know, it does require, you're not going to have four dogs outside of their kennel while you're gone for, you know, hours at a time. Now, it does help me because my lady, she does, you know, help. When I'm gone, she helps. But it's still not right just for me being the rightful owner of these dogs. And, you know, this is my passion and my love. This is basically like if my girl had like Frenchies, I mean, if she had like Yorkies or Poodles, of course I would love her Yorkies and Poodles, but it wouldn't just be my responsibility, you know, to just really take full 150% care of her dog. So I never try to put my dogs on them. Does she love them? Absolutely. They probably love her more than they love me, because she's always buying them treats and snacks, and she's always doing extra things for these dogs. She feeds them and she just goes the extra mile. So yeah, they love her, she loves them. But I still feel selfish as me being the Frenchie guy, the English Bulldog guy. I kind of feel selfish because this is a choice that I made to have these dogs, and I'm just really trying to accept me being in denial for knowing I got kind of too many dogs, a little bit more than I need. And I just, you know, I'm just in denial that I love all of my dogs. I just love them. And, you know, second reason, I just became a business owner. So I have to manage a business now. And I have to manage employees. Look at that structure. I have to manage employees and all of these things. And for the first year of a business, you want to really put a lot of hours into your business. So it's just really been dawning on me, you guys, for the last couple of weeks of like, bro, you have to make a decision on downsizing or just still making a lot of time for your dogs, man. You're gonna have to downsize, or you gotta make a lot of time. So to answer your question on if anybody's having these type of problems, or to prevent someone from having these type of problems, because I did base my channel around knowledge. So if this video can help someone and prevent them from, you know, making any, not mistakes that I've made, but just going through certain things that I've went through with, you know, having a lot of Frenchies and English Bulldogs, you know, let this video help you, because it's something when you have to, you know, share the love. And like I said, you know, I'll be kind of away from my dogs as much more than I've been, and they're gonna need some love, man. I think they're gonna need more love than I'll have to give. So it just really, you know, puts me in that state of mind of, do I need to downsize? So yeah, so now I'm gonna help y'all to know when it's good for you guys to downsize or upgrade. If you're staying in the house with a lot of people, it really doesn't matter how many dogs that you have, because there'll always be somebody there to help you with your dogs. But if you're like me, you know, it's just my girl, and we have kids and things of that nature, and she works and I work. So a lot of times, you know, we're able to help each other out, but for the majority, it's just, I got 4 dogs, you guys, and not to mention, they're gonna be having puppies within the next year, and I know I'm gonna want to keep some from the litter, because they're gonna throw out Merles, they're gonna throw out Blues, they're gonna throw out Funds and all of that. So I know I'm gonna want to keep a puppy or two from that litter. Bam, before you know it, I have 5 dogs. She's gonna come in heat in a few months. She's so beautiful. I know I'm gonna want to keep a puppy. Guess what, you guys? Now I have 6 dogs. All right, so it's kind of a crazy game that comes with these dogs. You get one, you fall in love with them, you end up getting 2. You possibly mate those dogs, and you sometimes you might keep 2 or 3 from the litter. Now you got 5 dogs. Just seems like it happened overnight, right? So to know if it's good to upgrade or downsize, you will know if there are a lot of people to stay with you in the house. Older people, it's probably cool for you to have 5 or 6. You can have 5 Frenchies. You can have 5, 6 dogs, all right? If you work a lot, or if you like me, opening businesses and things of that nature, you have to be considerate of owning a lot of dogs. I think at that point, when you start working a lot, or even if you just have a 9 to 5, you don't have to be a business owner. You could be just as good as a business owner with a 9 to 5 job. And when you're living like that, you know, it's gonna be very hard to really show dogs the love, affection, and attention. And it wasn't always like this for me. In the process of opening my business, I did a lot of stay-at-home time to learn about the business, reading books, audio books, physical books, learning everything about my business. I spent about a year just at home almost every day. Majority of the time I was in the house, all right? But things change, you guys. All of that learning ended up turning into achievements. And now I'm at a place where it's very hard for me to just really put in there. If I had 1 Frenchie, 2 Frenchies, then I could take them with me to my business. You hear me? But I could take my dogs to my business with me. Or I could just give them so much love that in the times that I'm gone, it could be easier for me to maintain a lot of things. It could be easier for my girl to help out when I'm not around. It's just 2 dogs, and they're very small, so they don't eat a lot. All right, so that's when you kind of know. Excuse me, guys. Summertime, a lot of pollen. But that's when you pretty much know when it's time to upgrade, when it's time to downsize. If I was not opening a business and my dogs were my business, and I was already making a little money from these dogs, which I have made, you know, some money from them. But if it could be a totally different situation where I could be buying more dogs right now, because I could tell my girl, we're gonna go full time with these dogs, and we're gonna use the last money that we got of our savings. We're gonna pay our rent for a couple of months, and we're gonna just start breeding these dogs, and you know, we're gonna take over. In that particular situation, you know, you probably want to buy more dogs, or you want to just really take good care of the dogs that you have, because you know what the full objective is gonna be. But for me, you guys, it did not start like this for me. It started for me just being a guy that loved dogs. You know, 1 turned to 2, 2 turned into 4. And things happen where you just can't always 100% be there like you were. So you guys leave comments and let me know, you know, how do you feel about having a lot of dogs? Do you have a lot of dogs? You know, I want to know how many Frenchies or English Bulldogs that you have, and how is it for you? You know what I'm saying? Is it working pretty good? Does all of your dogs get the love that they need? Or, you know, are you kind of feeling like me,